For a brief moment, after the council meeting, I couldn't find my princess. He gives Sophie a look, her eyes glued to her dull, flat, highly suspect slippers. Then I saw her, sitting calmly by the window. She said that she needed a moment to think, that she had had the same doubts all of you had at the meeting. Was the school the enemy? Should you destroy your wings? Must Tetros die? But she had looked at you in the eyes and answered that yes for a reason. I'd put the Excalibur from the stone and Tetros hadn't. That alone earned me the crown. That Tetros to no longer command the sword, so he fronted a school was proof that he was only a pretender. I see Tetros' eyes flick to Sophie. He's growing at her the way he used it to in class, back when she was trying to kill him. But there was more, my princess said. Wyan continues, Excalibur shining against his throne. She told me that Tetros was her friend. She had even loved the team once, but he had been a poor king. He had been the one at Camelot's core. Arthur's will was clear. The one who pushed the sword is king. For Sophie to fight for Tetros, even after I put the sword, is to fight against Arthur's will, to fight against the truth. And without truth, our world is nothing. The rulers of the woods are quiet. The tension in their faces dissolves, as if Sophie once had reminded them why they've traded their wings for a king. Now I know she's truly on my side, Wyan says, gazing at his princess, because she's willing to sacrifice her old loyalties for what's right. She's willing to let go of the past and be the queen of the woodsness. He raises her hand and kisses it. Sophie meekly meets his eyes, then steps to the side of the stage. Glaring at her, Tetros is foaming at the mouth. He believes every word Wyan has said about Sophie. So do the other captives, judging from their expressions. They believe Sophie would trade our lives to save her own. I almost do too. Almost. Tetros looks at me once more, seeking a mirror for his rage, but his guard is dragging him forward now. Bring me to the impostor king, Wyan declares. Tetros is thrown to his knees, the prince's neck slammed over the wooden block, hands still bound, as Virgo tears off his metal collar. It happens so fast, Tetros can't resist. Breath flies out of me. Time is slipping away, and I'm still frozen like those sheep in the crowd. Wyan bends down to Tetros. Coward! Traitor! Fraud! Any other king would kill you with pride, he says. But I am not any other king, which means I'll give you one chance, Tetros of Camelot. Wyan lifts Tetros' chin. Swear your loyalty to me and I'll spare you, he says. You and your friends can live out your days rotting in my dungeons. Speak your words of surrender and Lionsmane will waste them for all to see. Tetros searches Wyan's face. The offer is real. A humbled enemy is worth more to Wyan than a dead one. Spellwing tattoos makes Ryan a merciful king, a good king. Spellwing tattoos makes Ryan a lion instead of a snake. King and Prince lock eyes. Tattoo spits on Ryan's shoe. I'd rather give you my head. Goodbye. The king goes a dark shade of red. He stands. Kill him, he says. The executor scoots forward, both fists on the axe handle, the leather flaps of his vest slapping against his heavy belly. I try to think harder, to will a plan into being, but I'm distracted by a young maid shoving a basket beneath Tattoo's head before stepping back into line next to Guinevere and the other maids. Tattoo raises his eyes to his mother, who hardly looks at him, her gaze hollow, but the veins in her neck are bruising, her body stiff as stone. The executor looms over Tattoos while Ryan speaks. Tattoos of Camelot, you are hereby charged with the crimes of treason, usurpation, embezzlement of royal funds, conspiracy with the enemy, and impersonating a king. Those are your crimes, Tattoo hisses. Ryan kicks him in the mouth, crushing Tattoo's cheek against the block. Each of those crimes carries a penalty of death, says the king. Losing your head is only a fraction of what you deserve. The leather-hooded man runs his fast fingers along Tattoo's neck, pulling down his collar and exposing his flesh to the sun. He touches his axe blade to the prince's skin as if to measure his stroke, all the while maintaining a lustful smile. That's when Tattoos looks back to me, petrified, realizing that I've lied, that there isn't a greater power within that can save him, that he's going to die. My heart swoops like a diving hawk. I felt at him. I felt at us all. The executor leans back and swings the blade high over his shoulder. It comes crashing down towards Tattoo's neck. A crow skims his head, knocking him off balance. Screams whip through the crowd. The executor swivels, as does Ryan, but the demon's coming too fast, slamming through the crowd like a bullet, blasting leaders aside before it bashes into Ryan's face, throwing the king off the stage and wrestling him downhill. Time slows to a dream, as if Tattoos is dead and my mind is masking it. I must be imagining this, because not only is a red-skinned demon beating and smacking Ryan like a rabid bat, but there's also a magic carpet floating down over the stage, less a carpet and more a sack, its billowing sides stitched up, with two figures standing atop, like marauding pirates.